Hello friends, I'm Drew Dumsch, the president, CEO, and one of the founders of the Ecology School. I'm standing right here at Riverbend Farm, our new site that's right on the Saco River behind us. And I'm introducing what's going to be a series of video tours of the construction that's happening here at Riverbend Farm. Since last October, we've been building what will be one of the greenest residential environmental learning centers in the country, if not the world. And we're using what's called the Living Building Certification, which is the most rigorous green building certification in the world. And it's done by the International Living Future Institute. And what we're going to do with these video tours over the next few months is give you insights on how unique the Living Building Challenge is and how rigorous it is. Because we're building a 9,000 square foot dormitory and a 7,000 square foot dining commons that are really super innovative and going to be super comfortable and really help us with our residential programs. Our hope is to be open by the end of fall 2020, and I'm excited to get started. So let's get started on the first tour. All right, the first stop on our construction tour is our dining commons building. What's happening right now is they're preparing the foundations. They're already built, but they are starting to get ready to pour the slab in the Daniel E. Offutt III dining hall. They've got the plumbing pipes there. To my left, we have the commercial kitchen, which will be on the top floor, and we actually have a basement under the kitchen where we'll be able to store a lot of the food we're going to grow on our agroecology farm. Behind us right now, what's being built is the Sharon Parent porch. It's a porch. They're working on the foundations right now. The porch will have an amazing view of the Saco River, just like we have over at the 1794 farmhouse. So it will be a fantastic view. Our next stop on the construction tour is the Dormitory Complex. We've taken basically 9,000 square feet of dorm space and broken it down into 3 separate wings where we can house our program participants. I'd like to start first by talking a little bit about the north wing of the dormitory complex. This north wing is actually named after my grandmother, Norma Harrison, who was a big inspiration to me as a child and got me into environmental education. The north wing actually was kind of the experimental first wing where our construction crew figured out how to do the passive house construction. A passive house is a way to build a building that the walls are so thick and so insulated that it becomes very easy to heat and to cool through all types of weather. And at this point, I'd like to do a shout out to our incredible construction crew, Zachow Construction. All the Zachow folks and their subcontractors have been working since October on this project, and they're building some of the most innovative buildings that have ever been built in Maine or even the country. So that's really exciting. Thank you, Zachow Construction. All right, the second stop on our dorm tour is the southern wing of the dormitory complex. On the southern dorm, even though it was built second after the north wing, it's furthest along in construction. As you can see, the roof trusses have been covered in sheathing, and the walls themselves are covered in a black thermal barrier, and even the seams in between that are taped with a blue tape. What's happening here is making sure that the construction is totally airtight. That passive house construction, you don't want air going in or out, even in a little tiny dime-sized hole. So that makes the building super insulated. And then we'll be using an incredible air circulation system and heat pumps to make sure the air inside this tight building is super clean and warm or cold depending on the season. The other thing I want to point out is that potentially even next week, windows might start going in. We've got already a window on site we're looking at, and the windows are just huge. They're like, each room gets a picture window looking out onto the incredible trees here on the edge of the Riverbend Farm. campus. So really a plus that Chris Bryburn and his team at Bryburn Architecture designed in. This is the last in the order of the 3 dorms that they've been building. So it's exciting, we can still see the open roof area. They're putting in the trusses right now. They're made by Mainly Trusses in Maine, and they're Forest Stewardship Council certified lumber from Maine. Very exciting. So we're getting close to put the roof on the middle dorm. The Living Building Challenge is really guiding the design and the construction of our Riverbend Farm campus. And the way the Living Building Challenge certification works, that there's different certification categories called petals. And each petals requires something like, for instance, the net positive energy, that we need to create more sustainable clean energy on site than we actually use. I'll be honest, the toughest challenge so far for the Living Building Challenge is the materials petal. It's unique in that a lot of basic common building materials like PVC pipes or vinyl siding are not allowed in Living Building Challenge buildings. So as we start to fill in the dorms with things like piping, instead of PVC pipes for our drain pipes, we're using good old-fashioned cast iron. And all the hot water and cold water pipes, and even the electric conduits for the buildings have all been certified through the Living Building certification as not harmful to the environment or people. I think one of the best examples of how we source materials through the Living Building Challenge is our use of wood. We're lucky that here in Maine we have a vibrant forest industry, and we have partnered up with Hancock Lumber here in Maine to have them build the wall panels for both the dorms and the dining commons and the roof trusses. And these, the wood sourcing is all Forest Stewardship Council certified. That means the forest and the lumber harvest there have been done in a way that is beneficial to the environment. And one interesting thing is the choice of local building materials has really helped us during this time of the coronavirus pandemic, where sourcing of materials has gotten really difficult. We've actually been able, because our wood is coming from Hancock Lumber in Maine, to not have to wait on materials being shipped all the way from California or even from China or Europe. So that has been a huge part of the sourcing of materials in the materials petal. I'd like to end this first construction tour by thanking the many friends and supporters who've gotten us this far in the Riverbend Farm project, and give a shout out to Jane's Trust, to the Daniel E. Offit III Trust, and to the Quimby Family Foundation, among many others who have supported us during this project. I'm excited to say that we're already 91% funded and financed, and with the help of more folks like you, we can complete the project, this construction of creating one of the most resilient and thriving learning communities in the country. For more, please click on the link below and you can help support us in this project. Thanks.